Chapter 635. Alex had just eaten his dinner and was cleaning up the dishes in the kitchen at this time. When he received the phone call from Matthew, he quickly answered the call before he asked, "Mr. Lane, why are you looking for me?" Matthew hurriedly replied, "Mr. Anderson, there is something I have to report to you after discussing this matter with Mr. White and Don Stephen." Alex smiled indifferently before he said, "If there's anything you need to tell me, you can just speak to me directly. You don't have to be so polite toward me." Matthew quickly replied, "Okay, Mr. Anderson. I will just say it, then." Today, Fury from the Whale family in Sudbury hosted a banquet dinner at the Black Pepper. He invited some of the heads of the most wealthy and powerful families in Orris Hill, including Mr. White, Don Stephen, and myself, to attend the banquet dinner tonight. Then, he asked us for some help to deal with some matters, and we felt that something was not right. Therefore, we decided to report this to you instead. As soon as he heard that the Whale family had hosted a banquet dinner, Alex asked, "Why did the Whale family look for you?" Matthew explained, "Katza from the Whale family encountered a terrible situation not too long ago. The Whale family is trying to look for clues and evidence everywhere to find the culprit who placed Katza in this condition. I called Daisy just now and she has already confessed and told me everything that happened. I am afraid that the Whale family will come and look for you." Alex smiled indifferently before he said, "Yes, I am indeed the reason why Katza is in that condition right now. The main reason why I did what I did was because I found that young boy's behavior and attitude very unacceptable. He thinks that it is okay for him to fall in love with girls and start a relationship with them. However, I find it really very unforgivable for him to deliberately play around with these girls and to even manipulate them into hurting themselves because of him. Therefore, I decided to teach him a lesson so that he will not be able to hurt others anymore in the future." Matthew was very surprised at this time. He was not surprised at what Alex had done, but he was surprised at Alex's direct and straight confession. Matthew felt that in Alex's opinion, turning the second son of the Whale family into a poop-eating monster was no different than simply squeezing an ant to death. He could not help but feel that Alex was not worried about the consequences of his actions at all. At this time, he could not help but wonder how Alex could actually be so confident. How could he not have a care in the world even when he was facing the Whale family? In the South region, everyone would be in awe whenever someone mentioned the Whale family, but it seemed as though the Whale family was nothing to Alex at all. Once Matthew had regained his senses, he quickly said, "Mr. Anderson, don't worry. The three of us will be very tight-lipped about this matter, and we will keep this to ourselves. Even if the Whale family finds out that you are the culprit behind this matter and wants to find trouble with you, we will not agree to help them at all." Alex smiled before he said, "You don't have to be so nervous and worried. They can come and try to exact revenge on me if they want to. I am Alex Anderson, and I have never feared anything." After that, Alex continued speaking, "In fact, you could even tell them directly that I was the one who did that to Katza. If Fury is not convinced or if he wants to deal with me, he can come and confront me directly then." Matthew quickly replied, "Mr. Anderson, I know that you do not think that the Whale family is a threat to you at all. However, the Whale family has a very strong, powerful status and strength in the South region. It will surely be very troublesome for you in the future if you choose to become enemies with them." After that, Matthew continued, "Mr. Anderson, in my opinion, I would like to suggest that you keep a low profile and not let the Whale family find out the truth about this matter. Otherwise, you will definitely face a lot of trouble in the future." Alex smiled before he said, "Mr. Lane, thank you for your concern, but you really do not need to worry too much about this matter. There is always a solution to every situation. We will deal with the problem when the time comes." "All right, then." After that, Matthew continued speaking, "By the way, Mr. Anderson, there is another reason why the Whale family decided to host this banquet dinner tonight." Alex asked, "What is the second matter?" Matthew replied. The Whale family seems to be very interested in getting Sean and Faria to get married. However, according to Fury, Faria has publicly confessed that she is already in love with someone else. Therefore, the Whale family wants us to help them uncover the identity of the man Faria is in love with. At this time, Matthew asked tentatively, Mr. Anderson, are you the person Miss Adair is in love with? Alex paused slightly before he said, you should not be talking nonsense without any concrete evidence. After all, I am already a married man. If this kind of rumors spread to the public, it will leave a huge impact on the girl's reputation. Matthew hurriedly replied, yes, Mr. Anderson. You are right to criticize me. I will never say anything like this again in the future. Okay, Alex said lightly, the three of you do not have to worry too much about me. Just do what you have to do and don't take anything to heart. The Whale family alone is not a threat to me, and they will not be able to do anything to me.